Have you ever opened a business and you start even having more clients than you can provide? 50% of businesses, they close on the first 1 year or 2 years, and about 90% of businesses, they don't make it to up to like 10 years. On my 9 to 5, I have a pay slip. I have a guaranteed source of income. On my 9 to 5, I can do a lot of things that I cannot do with my business. If you go to any bank right now looking for a loan, they want to see your payslip. If you're gonna start producing business certificate and producing finances that are coming through in a business, thinking that my business makes 30,000 euros a month, on the next month it makes 45, on the next month it makes 20,000, the bank won't give you any money. Hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel. On this video today, we're going to talk about 9 to 5. So the reason we wanted to talk about the 9 to 5, it's because these days there is a trend everywhere where people are saying 9 to 5 is a scam. While least there are other people doing very well in 9 to 5. While least there are other people that are being successful and they are living their best life doing 9 to 5. And the other thing that I have seen, people are trying to retire early and they want to retire at 40. Some people are looking to retire at 35. And some people are actually trying to get multiple streams of income, which is a good thing. Everyone, guys, should try to do that. But at the same time, let's face reality, guys. It doesn't mean that, I feel like we get confused. It doesn't mean that because you are looking for multiple streams of incomes, you are looking to retire early. And on that retiring early again, I'm still going to ask you a question. But in this world, we want to make money. At the same time, we want to be happy and we want to feel active in whatever that we are doing. We want to have a purpose in this world. So I want to bring that awareness today. You following your purpose, at the same time doing it right, with 9 to 5 and with business. I support entrepreneurship. I support 9 to 5. I support people doing their best. So on this video today, we're gonna cover all that. Let's get on to the video, guys. So number one, why is everyone trying to cut out 9 to 5 and trying to bring that hype of entrepreneurship? As someone that grew up in Africa and now I'm living in Ireland, I think I have learned a lot, and I have noticed a lot of differences in these countries, but at the same time, a lot of similarities. Do you understand that? So from growing up in Africa, many people told me that education is now useless. There was even a trend where education used to be the key until connections came and changed the locks. So education was no longer the key, connections were now the key. Growing around that, that means people were trying to push down on education, saying even if you are educated or not, if you're gonna be successful, you're gonna be successful. Even if you are educated or not, if you're gonna struggle and you're not gonna be successful, you won't be. That's what people were saying. Because I remember when I was trying to go to college, most people used to show me their friends, their uncles that are sitting at Lokshini with qualifications, but that are just framed on the walls, and those qualifications are doing nothing. So they used to tell me, like, yeah, you can go to university or you can go to college, but you're still gonna frame your qualifications and do nothing with them because they don't work anymore. You understand that? Then at the same time around me, there were people that like came from nothing and they ended up running businesses, they ended up doing things. So most of those people, some of them, they would tell you that I don't have education, I can't speak English, but I'm doing well, I'm successful, I don't need anything from anyone. Which that thing can make you think again, education is useless. Why would I need to go to school? Because there are a lot of people that are rich and doing well without education. At the same time, people around you, they'll be telling you, look at who and who and who. They are rich, there was no school needed, there was nothing needed, so we can still be successful. So guys, I think having money or getting money, you can do it anyway, anyhow. But let's talk about the reality here. Look around you or around the world. Let's do like a proper research. How many people are successful, like proper successful, without education? And how many people have, because you can be successful for 2 years or have money. I know a lot of people that work. My dad was one of those people that got successful at some point, but he didn't have any education, like no any university qualification or college qualification. He didn't even finish his secondary education, but he had money to survive. He had money to take us to college. He had money to buy two houses. We grow up in a good suburb in South Africa, so he had money to take us to school and to have. And he was one person that always told me that education is going to open opportunities for you, and I still believe in that until today. But then not everyone believes in that. I'm here today to make you understand why do I believe in it. If you still don't believe in it, that's okay for you. Then when it comes to people in jobs complaining about 9 to 5, I really understand. In other jobs, 9 to 5 can be stressful because some companies, they try to use staff, they overwork staff. And besides companies trying to overwork staff, sometimes you're in the work environment, people can be toxic. You can be working with toxic people around you to a point that you end up losing it. So this might cause people that are working in jobs like 9 to 5 wanting to retire early, or wanting to give up, or wanting to go start something else, or doing a business on the side, or doing something else because it's a stress. I fully understand that. But by the end of this video, you're going to understand why you need that, so that you get to be successful either in that 9 to 5 or in a business that you're going to open and run. In those multiple sources of incomes that you want to do, you still need to master your 9 to 5 before you get onto that. These days, everywhere you go, especially on social media, you see people that they are showing that thing of getting rich overnight. It happens to a lot of people, and I have seen it as well, especially with TikTok. These days you see someone making funny videos and someone making funny content or something that not everyone can do, but you see them after 2 months, 3 months saying they bought a car and the car is nice. You see them after 2 months, 3 months, they are now coming on TV, on screens, and TV shows are looking for them and they work with TV shows. You see them being successful in your eyes. To you, it looks like a success. So you end up trying to do TikTok so that you can also be successful quick and easier, other than going to school, other than working a 9 to 5. But that thing, it can look like that in your eyes, but deep down it's not always like that. Those people, okay, out of two or three people that did TikTok and got successful and got companies offering them to advertise their cars or work with them to do something. I'm not saying they don't own those cars, but it could be that the company is offering them to advertise the car because they have a lot of people following them on TikTok. Then you feel like, oh, this person used to do funny content and now they are making a lot of money and now they are driving a BMW. So now you also want to do that, but you don't know behind the scenes that that person doesn't really own the car. The company is actually asking them to advertise, to act like they own the car, so that they can get clients to buy cars. Like, there is a lot happening behind the scenes. Sometimes your life that you feel like it's hard, it's not that hard. You just have to keep going, keep pushing. You're gonna get there at some point. Don't just follow these TikTok and internet things of getting rich overnight. The other example that I can make, I think when I was growing up, I used to look at American celebrities and be like, oh, these people, they are so rich, they got rich overnight, and they don't do much. All they do is sing music or do this on Facebook, then they are rich. It looks like that, but at the same time, there is work behind. There's a lot of things that they do. Some of the things that these people do, it's not something that you'll be willing to do. So now you're going there trying to be rich overnight as well, trying to do TikTok, trying to do Facebook because you want to have that money, but you are not willing to do what they did, the sacrifices that they went through to get that money. And that money that you are seeing, it could sometimes, it's not even real at the same time. It's something like a hype that is there. So please be careful with these overnight get rich things. Focus on real wealth, on something that is going to build you. Then now let's come on to why do I think managing 9 to 5, or being good on your 9 to 5, it can actually help you running a business or doing a business. For someone that says, I feel like I want multiple sources of incomes, I want to have businesses, I want to have side hustles. So if you want to do that, I fully support you. But this is what I think having a start of 9 to 5, having a start of a career, having that base foundation of a career, it can get you into this. So I wrote these points here saying, look at this. Someone that goes to school for 3 years in university, they go to school for 3 years. They are studying accounting for 3 years to go and work in an accounting office or environment for the rest of their life or for a certain time until they change careers or until they start their own business. So you take 3 years studying before going to any work. After studying, there is no guarantee that you're gonna get a job because you have studied 3 years. You have to go to interviews. You may go to more than 10 interviews and still get declined, which is why some people they give up and start saying school doesn't work, life doesn't work, things are hard. But you don't understand the math or mathematics behind all this. You go to your interviews. After the interviews, you start the job. You are given a job, but you are not permanent. You are on a contract. They want to see how you work for that period of time. Then after the contract, you start being full time, whether they are happy with you or not. After the contract, they can cut you out. Or not, is it the contract or what's the word I'm looking for? Probation period. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. So after that, they can cut you out. Or they can say, okay, now we are giving you a permanent job. On that permanent job, it doesn't end there. You have to keep working for you to reach a certain level, to be promoted, to get onto management levels, to get onto other levels. You keep going. It doesn't end there. So let me compare this to a business. If you fully understand a business and you know how the business world works, it works as the same as 9 to 5. So number one, 3 years of university, that's you doing a research. If you're going to start a company or you're going to do a business, you can't just jump onto any business. You have to do a research. Believe me, take this from me. I have started more than 3 businesses that failed, and I'm proud of it because I was trying to do something that I thought, oh, this is going to be, before I started, it looks like a success. Oh my goodness, this business is gonna boom. I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna make a lot of money. The minute you get onto the business doesn't make money. The business is hard. You lose money. I have lost a lot of money. If I were to count the money that I have lost trying to do certain businesses, you will be feeling sorry for me right now. So now that university part is a research for your business to make sure that you're gonna open a successful business. That's a research. Now coming to job interview, you mastering that job interview, that's you mastering opening your own business for the first time, just opening the first door of your business. That's you opening the first door to your job after the job interview. Because starting a business, guys, there will be interviews that you go through. As much as going to get a job for 9 to 5, it's interviews. So you see that these things are already similar or they are already the same. So if you master one, you can do the other. Then again, coming to starting the during the probation period, that's your business starting to work. You are now trying to source clients, looking for customers, looking for who can work with you, and clients are also seeing if we can work with this person or not. That's when you are in a company and you are in a probation because you have to prove yourself. You have to work hard, whether it's 1 year or 6 months. You are proving yourself. After that period, they could be like, we can't work with you. That's when, because when you start a business, not every client is going to come and work with you and say, oh, we are signing a contract, we want to work with you. They will test you and see if you're going to provide a good product or a good service for them in their company. If you are not providing, they will leave. Just like a job, if they test you on the probation period and they feel like you are not doing well, they will let you go. So that's how it works. Already 9 to 5 is a business. That's what I put in my own mind. That's how I think I become successful in a lot of things that I do. Not everything because I failed a lot and a lot of times, but that's how it works. And if you wire your mind and your brain to be like that, you're gonna do well in both sides. You understand that? Then coming again to you being full time in the job, working hard, getting promotions and getting opportunities, that's business again. If you work hard and clients start trusting you, they start seeing value in what you produce, more business starts coming. Have you ever opened a business and you start even having more clients than you can provide? Let's say you are selling, I know businesses that end up closing down because they opened a business to sell certain products and the demand was higher than they can produce. So sometimes at work, you get that as well. You are wanted in this branch and the other branch wants you as well. You are working hard, you are in demand as a person at work. That could happen as well in a business. You work hard, clients want you, they trust you, they want to work with you. There is pressure. As much as there can be pressure in a company, there is pressure. Now let's come to colleagues. There are colleagues that they will make your life a living hell. You wake up going to the office in the morning thinking, oh my goodness, what did I do to deserve this? Why am I suffering like this? Why am I facing my colleagues? They are so hard to work with or to deal with around me. That's business as well. You're gonna get clients that are very hard. You're gonna get clients that when they come to you, you just wanna give up. This is why 50% of businesses they close on the first 1 year or 2 years, and about 90% of businesses they don't make it to up to like 10 years being open. They don't reach 10 years. Just like people working in companies, most people working in companies 9 to 5, they don't reach 5 to 10 years in one company because of the pressure that they face from colleagues, the pressure that they face from their bosses. The pressure is just always toxic. So that's what you're going to get as well in a business. As much as you are struggling to manage your colleagues, as much as you are struggling to manage your bosses, your managers, people that are on top of you, or if you are on a management position, failing to manage people that are under you, that's what you're going to face in a business, guys. It's exactly the same. There will be challenges that you'll be facing in that business that will end up making you close the business. So now, the reason I'm comparing this, I want you to see that being successful on your 9 to 5, it's you being successful on your own company. It's you being successful in hiring staff that is going to work for you, and you're going to have money coming in while you are sleeping, because that's what all of us these days want, and that's what we're always looking for. Money that is going to come in while we are sleeping in bed. We look at movies, we look at TV, people running businesses, people running companies, people being bosses, walking in wearing a suit, and they are all good. The brain wires that I want this, but are you willing to do everything that you have to do to get up to that? No, you are not willing. So be awake, wake up, face it, and see the real thing that is happening behind all those things. So the other part that I wanted to focus on, this one is a benefit that 9 to 5 can give you without things that a business cannot give you. Take it from me again, because I have managed to open some companies. I do have businesses that I'm doing on the side. I am also working a 9 to 5. So I compare both things. I'm still learning. I'm still growing onto these things, guys. I'm working hard every day. I'm not saying I know everything, but there's quite a few things that I have learned and noticed that they work. So on my 9 to 5, I have a pay slip. I have a guaranteed source of income. On my 9 to 5, I can do a lot of things that I cannot do with my business. Yes, my business can scale anytime, it can give me more money anytime, but it's not guaranteed. While it's on my 9 to 5, I have guaranteed money coming in every month. So that is a base that you cannot have in a business. A business can close tomorrow overnight, and you are on 0 0, especially if you are living in life. We say there are people that live paycheck to paycheck. In business, there are also people that live paycheck to paycheck. They get 30,000 euros this month in a business, they eat all of it. They get 60,000 next month in a business, they finish all of it. So there are people that are living paycheck to paycheck on a business, same as on a salary. There are people doing that. And now with the business, it's not guaranteed that it's gonna continue coming. And if it doesn't continue coming, you can wake up broke and struggling tomorrow. This is why you find a lot of business people, when they go bankrupt, they become very poor, because you just dropped and there's no backup, there's nothing. But on a 9 to 5, there is that guarantee and that backup source. It's not that much easy to just lose your job overnight, though it's possible to lose it. There is more guarantee to your salary. You can plan over your salary. And number two, if you go to any bank right now looking for a loan, they want to see your payslip. If you're gonna start producing business certificate and producing finances that are coming through in a business, thinking that, oh, my business makes 30,000 euros a month, on the next month it makes 45, on the next month it makes 20,000, the bank won't give you any money. Take it from me, I know, I've been there before. They won't give you any money, because your source of income, it's not stable, it's not guaranteed. But with a pay slip, even if you are getting 2,000 euros a month, a bank can trust you to give you a loan because they know that you are working full time, you are getting 2,000 every month, you will get that 2,000 every month. That's a guarantee that you have. Now you can get loans to go do other things because you have a straight. Someone that is on a business, that is not working a 9 to 5, on a business only, they cannot have those opportunities that you have with your pay slip. Then let's come to buying a house. If you want to buy a house right now, the bank wants a pay slip. If you're just gonna get there and say, I have a business, I have, whether it's a small business or a big business, if those big businesses that you work for, this is a funny one, those big businesses that you work for, the things that you can qualify for, some of those businesses or what they cannot qualify for. For example, I can have 5 people working for me that I pay every month. If I want to buy a house and that person that I pay every month wants to buy a house, that person that I'm paying could be approved to get a house, while least I cannot get a house on that business account because business is not guaranteed. It can close. It's even funny because if my company closes, the person working for me will lose a job. But the banks, they don't take it like that. They want guarantee. So this one is more safe compared to a business. So there is that stableness that you get on a company that you can never get in a business. Do you understand that? And also on a business you can do on a salary you can do a lot of investment. You can do like it can reduce stress of overthinking things, worrying things. As long as, I think that what makes things hard for people is trying to invest the money. People, they haven't learned the way of living below your means. If you are getting paid 2,000, try to live on 1,500 and try to invest the rest. That's how you grow, that's how you can be successful. Not minding how you can manage workers at work, that one is another topic for another day that you can learn, because even if you are in a business, you're going to have to deal with people and manage people. Managing people is just a different topic, but dealing with finances, guys, money, you have to learn how to control your money. Then the other point that I wanted to cover is the skills on this whole topic, because this is all about skills. Before you jump on to saying, I want to run a business, I want multiple sources of incomes, I want to have this, I want to have this, the skills, focus on the skills. If you grow your skills, because you can do 9 to 5, you can have everything, but you get to your 9 to 5, you start relaxing. You no longer upgrade your skills, you're no longer working hard, you're no longer pushing yourself. If you do that, that 9 to 5 for you, it's gonna die. You're gonna feel like, I want to leave this. You're gonna feel like you don't have any purpose, because in this life, the way we are designed as humans, we want to have a purpose, we want to wake up to something, we want to do something that we feel it's productive. So if you feel like, okay, my 9 to 5 is no longer working, I want to make it work, try to get a new skill, try to do something different, try to boost something, because it still goes to the same as a business. If you want to have a business that is successful, that you're feeling like it's now no longer producing money, it's going down instead of going up, there are no clients coming in, you have to upgrade certain things, you have to add new technology to it, you have to it that's adding skill into your own life. In that 9 to 5, adding those skills, adding things to yourself, continuing updating your the version of yourself, it gives you access to more money and to more opportunities, which builds you and your career, guys. So to me, I didn't want to really compare to say 9 to 5 is better than a career. I wanted to tell you guys that 9 to 5 is already a business. If you can do well on your 9 to 5, it means you can do well on your business. This is why you find a lot of entrepreneurs, they have a 9 to 5 and they also have businesses on the side. That's what I'm doing, and that's what I feel works. Being able to work hard on your 9 to 5 without being controlled, without being followed. Some people, they want to be followed in everything that they do, they want to be pushed. If you can manage yourself to work hard alone without being followed, it means you can do well on your business. But if you're just gonna follow the hype and say, oh, they are stressful at work, I can't do my 9 to 5, and I want to have successful businesses, I want to have multiple sources of income, I want to do TikTok, I want to do this, you might follow this hype and feel good for 2 weeks or for 1 week, but in the next coming 2 years, 3 years, you're gonna be still suffering and you're gonna be still facing challenges, instead of you working on yourself, doing that education that you need to do, and getting your skills online and continue working on your productivity as a person. That's when you can open successful businesses on the side. Then later on, you can decide to leave your 9 to 5 because you are sharing yourself between a business and a job, a work. You are sharing yourself, you feel like it's too much, you can now leave one and focus on one, especially when it's now successful. If you are now running a multi-millionaire business, yes, you can always leave your 9 to 5, you can get people to assist you, to work with you, but your work won't be any lesser, because most people think being a business person is all about flying on first class and wearing nice suits and enjoying life without any pressure, without any stress. There's always stress, guys, in everything. There's always stress, even in people that you see doing TikTok, thinking that, oh, they are just making free money, easy money. There's nothing like that. There's always stress onto it. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys on this, because I feel like 9 to 5 is being underrated. People are looking for get rich overnight. People are looking for easy way to make multiple sources of incomes, having a lot of money coming in, but they are not willing to put down the work. So what I wanted to share with you is business is good. 9 to 5 is also good. A lot of people are rich on 9 to 5. A lot of people are earning good money on their 9 to 5. What you need to learn is to learn to control yourself and to continue working hard. That's it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and share our videos with other people that you think might benefit from this information. Thank you.